As the prophet of esports, I rely on trustworthy and meaningful data every day. Data from our research partner YouGov offers the most complete view of esports fans and gamers in the world, providing context to who they are, what they think, the brands they buy, and things they do. YouGov's connected insights and research services inform strategy at every level. If you're a team, a brand, agency, or rights holder, you should be talking with YouGov. Their partners measure and maximize ROI and are telling compelling stories with data. Visit yougov.com/gaming-esports to learn more.
Guys, I have a fun little story here I want to put in between before we get to another serious story. And no chair review this week. I know Jeff's going to be disappointed.
Lightning round?
Unfortunately.
Lightning round.
No, we didn't.
Too early.
Too early. But I have just as good as a chair review this week. I have a big story from the world of gaming food and or gaming nutrition. And this article, the headline here is, "The world's first gamer nut butter is made for gamers to eat while gaming." And so what it is here, it's called Jobbie Pong. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. I don't know if it's Jobbie or Jobbie Pong. It's made as a collaboration between Jobbie, which is a Malaysian peanut butter company, and Zotac, who manufactures PC parts like graphics cards and those kinds of things. And what it is, it's a crunchy peanut mousse made from dry roasted peanuts mixed with freeze-dried blueberries and strawberries. So you get like peanut butter and jam taste in one jar in one bite, and you can eat it with a spoon. So kind of like an energy bar, it says, except for gaming. I know we have like to have fun with these, but I'm curious what you guys think genuinely about gamer food that you have to eat with a spoon out of a jar.
At least it keeps your fingers from getting greasy. That's the only positive I can think of. And I suppose it's hands-free once the spoon is actually in your mouth. So maybe?
I mean, have we seen a whole category of food? Like, do we think there will be a whole category of food invented for, because we talk about gaming food today, like something you can eat that your hands don't get greasy, whatever. But, Jeff and I talk on Meta Business all the time about people putting things on their faces and plugging into the metaverse and disappearing, right? And in that world, will we need to think about food differently? Will gaming and the metaverse require, a rethinking of what we consume? Because of, our hands need to be, like, it needs to be more hands-free, or I don't know what other considerations there could be.
It's for starters, I think that the packaging is really cool. Like that photo, for our listeners, go Google it, check out the packaging. It looks pretty cool. As a gamer, that's the peanut butter I want in my cabinet. But to Paul's point about like creating new foods for this,
disgusting.
It's that's chunky. Those are the peanuts, and you're allergic, so
like, I'm allergic.
You're removed from this.
Oh wait, time out. Are these guys a sponsor? Are we being paid to talk about this? Because I need to know before I juice on this.
Well, I wanted to kick it to you, Jeff, because it reminds me, and Paul's part about innovating specific gamer foods, it reminds me of that Gatorade. I don't know if you ever, for those that don't know, Jeff, our D1 college athlete, All-American, record holder for Harvard lacrosse. If you remember the Gatorade, they had those packs of like that paste that fueled you up and was kind of had calories in it. And so I was thinking about what's the gamer equivalent of that. So I was just curious if you ever tried any of that, or what kind of snacks you had when you were competing at the highest levels of collegiate meat sports.
Meat. I love so much about what you just said. This is disgusting. Now, I have a peanut allergy, so I'm biased. This is gross. The name is gross. Everything about it is gross. People eating peanut butter out of a jar with a spoon while playing video games is gross. I don't like anything about this, but I do think that gaming food, like little nutrition, and actually, Paul brings up a good point. If you're in the metaverse for hours and hours at a time, you're going to need something to sustain you. And maybe it is little dried food you can eat, or maybe it's someone comes up with a gamer IV where you plug in an IV and then you're just kind of getting your food intravenously. I say that half jokingly, but if we're going to plug in for hours at a time and have stuff over our face or be, need to be mobile, maybe you do need some sort of on the go kind of food. Maybe it's a Camelback. You drink your food like like you're hiking. We'll see, but it's not this. It's not eating someone's nut butter with a spoon.
What I think realistically this is you have a bunch of moms that are making their kids PB&Js and they want the PB&J that looks cool. You know what I mean? And that's for gamers. I think realistically that's the application. Sure, you can have a spoonful at the desk. And so Jeff is aware I eat a spoonful of peanut butter as a snack. It's a great snack.
Absolutely.
All the time, and mine's chunky like that photo, and it's delicious. But I think this is really for that 5 to 14-year-old that's with his or her mom in the market, going down the aisle, sees the cool gamer brand one and wants that instead of the Skippy.
It's interesting because I think this is innovation that only gaming can bring. Right? How long has PB&J been a thing? Maybe 100 years, right? As a staple of food in American kitchens, yet no one thought to combine these two things, right? Like freeze-dried blueberries with the peanut butter so you get it all in one bite. To me, this is innovation that only gaming can bring, and I love to see it. Antonio says they should make that into a brittle.
Ooh, nice.
Maybe a little bit messier to eat, but I see the appeal.